God, it's so fun seeing all of you. You know, I was talking to people backstage about how I said I needed to get out on this tour. I needed to get out on the road. I needed, like, to see you, and you needed to see me, and we needed to be together right now. And it's been even better than I thought it was going to be. It's such a feeling being up here and actually seeing the people who listen to the show and make it possible for me to do the show every day. And that's all of you. People say, oh, thank you so much for what you do. And I say, thank you for making it possible for me to do a job I love and to set the record straight on so many things. I love you too. And listen, what's on my mind tonight is that we are making progress. Okay, it was 1 year ago, almost exactly, that we were leading up to Election Day, right? The polls were disturbingly close, and we weren't sure what was going to happen. And what did we see in campaign 2024 on Team Dem? We saw Oprah, right? Yes, boo. We saw a parade of celebrities come out, like rappers who are now we know are getting paid big dollars to show up at her campaign rallies and endorse her. And person after person in every election. It could have been the one in 2024 with her or with Obama earlier. The celebs always line up and they do their little thing and they think they're relevant. And the Julia Roberts ad, you know, where they showed the Republican wife like disobeying her husband and like clicking it for Kamala. They totally misunderstand our side of the aisle, right? Like, we're gonna get beaten by our husbands if we don't vote the way they want us to. That is a true Democrat's view of conservatives. So there were celebrities everywhere doing this, and I think on our team we're like, yeah, we're used to this. We don't care what they think. Like, I guess only Democrats care what they think. And Democrats did care what they thought not so long ago, but they don't anymore. And one of the great things about the internet is it's totally democratized, like, celebrity, and we really don't give a shit what they say at all because they're ubiquitous, right? And even the left is starting to feel that way. And I'm going to give you two examples that have made me very happy. Because in this past year, the left has realized that they don't have the power to move votes on their side either anymore. And these celebrities, it's wonderful, it's working just as it should, are shrinking away from politics more and more and realizing they need to stay in their damn lane. Right? We're sick of them ruining our movies by coming out and showing their Trump derangement syndrome. Why can't we watch a movie without knowing how much they hate us? Right? The left never has that problem. Because even when you have somebody declare that they're conservative and they're an actor, they're never nasty about it. Like, they're sweet. You know, maybe like a Dennis Quaid who's like, I really love the Gipper. He was the best president of my lifetime, and I'm going to star in Reagan. That's as far as most of them go. You know, occasionally you get like the John Voight or the James Woods. But that's a unicorn. You know, when they're that strong and they come out and they really make the case. More often it's somebody who's like, I'm an independent. We all know what that is. So, but now we're starting to see the left get shamed. The left celebrities get shamed out of being too outspoken. I'm going to give you two examples. All right, I'm going to start with, I don't know if you saw it. You know Jennifer Lawrence, right? She's a huge star. She gave an interview to the New York Times just this past weekend, I think it was. And there was an extraordinary moment where, of course, they tried to get into her politics, and she is left. She's made that very clear. And listen to how she answered. I'm going to play a soundbite. Watch this.
You have been politically outspoken in the past. Mm-hmm. In the first Trump administration, you know, you had a lot to say. I'm curious how you feel about talking out now.
I don't really know if I should.
No, you shouldn't.
I think, like, the first Trump administration was so wild, and just how can we let this stand? Like, I felt like I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. But as we've learned, election after election, celebrities do not make a difference whatsoever on who people vote for. And so then what am I doing? I'm just sharing my opinion on something that's going to just add fuel to a fire that's ripping the country apart. I mean, we are so divided.
Yes. Guess who taught her that lesson? All of you. Honestly, it's like she realizes now, right? It's, to steal a phrase, pissing into the wind when they come out. And what do? They hurt their own careers. They embarrass themselves. They alienate half the country. And she goes on to say that maybe I'll just express my opinions through my art. Thank you. That's all we ever asked. Then we can choose whether to go to that movie or not. But, and you know, it may be some woke thing that we think is terrible, it may be some great thing, but if we go to see something that is appealing to us as right-wing people or independent people, we don't want to be constantly thinking about how much you loathe us, Ben Affleck, right? So she got the lesson. And then just today, there was another moment with Sydney Sweeney. You've heard of her. I'm sure the men in the audience are, have you ever heard of Sydney Sweeney? Yeah. And I'm gonna save the Sydney Sweeney moment for when my guests come out, and we'll talk about why it's equally encouraging. All right, so the point is we are winning. These loudmouth celebrities have gotten the message, sit down, shut up, and act. That's it, right? We're not listening to you anymore, and the great democratizer of the internet has taught them that them being ubiquitous has been bad for their political power, but great for the promo of their careers, and they have to choose. Let's be blunt. Gold is up around 40% this year. That's not speculation, that's reality. And if a portion of your savings is not diversified into gold, you could be missing the boat. Here are the facts. The US dollar is still too weak, and the government debt is insurmountable. This is why central banks are flocking to gold. They're the ones driving prices up to record highs. But it's not too late to buy gold from Birch Gold Group and get in the door right now. Birch Gold will help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in gold. You can do it in whole or in part. You don't pay one dime out of pocket. Just text MK to the number 989898 and claim your free info kit. There's no obligation, just useful information. The best indicator of the future is the past, and gold has historically been a safe haven. Text MK to 989898 right now to claim your free info kit on gold. Protect your future today with Birch Gold. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.